Hi guys, what we're going to have a look at is the basics of what we call poly modeling in Maya, and basically how to take a object, which is quite basic, and add stuff to it, adapt it, and change it around. So I'm just going to start again with a poly cylinder like this. I'm going to go just trying to make a simple kind of can, like a can of whatever, hot pepper or cola. So I'm going to start with this. I'm just going to scale it to a nice size. So that's, if you want to switch between the move, rotate and scale, it's just WER. I'll change it quick. What I'm going to do is, once I get it to a nice kind of scale, something I like, I'm then going to come in and start doing a bit of poly modeling to it. Now, what I could start with, if you look at it, it's kind of a bit janky on the outside, which is it's fine for now. I think it's only going to be a small game object. But if you did want to change it, you can come over to poly cylinder up here. If you don't have this, it's under attribute editor, just here. And you can change the subdivision of the axes like this. So if I was going to do something a bit more high poly, I might really crank it up and also change the height. Well, I think I'll just leave that for now. Okay, so first things first, you want to right click and I want to go to what's called the edge tool. Now you've got this sub menu here. It's got object mode, face mode and vertex mode. These are the main ones you're going to use. Edge are these edges here. A vertex is a little dots on the outside, and a face is these long things here, also known as polygons. So with the edge tool selected, I can select an edge and then I can move this up and down, make it bigger or smaller, however I want, using the same tools. But what I want to do is grab this entire edge around here. So to do that, I'll just double click and it'll ring the entire edges of the object around. And then I'm going to come up to here, and you've got these other tools up here. Now these are kind of poly modeling tools. So you've got bridge, extrude. The main one I want to use, it's called bevel. Creates a bevel along an edge. Now bevel is, I'll show you what bevel is. Probably easy to show you. A bevel is just adding this kind of deformation here. It creates a new set of polygons from those two. Now it's going to open up a little sub menu here, and this is where you can kind of tweak. So these are all number based, but you can just slide these up and down if you click on the word. And it's got a segment, so you can make it add more segments to it if you like. Change depth, which is kind of like how deep it goes if you want it in and out. So I might just do something like that. Looks kind of nice, and just tweak it. 0.1 works fine. You can also change these, you can type into them as well. Okay, so that's kind of like the edge of our can, which is alright. What I'm going to do is just click away, it'll commit that. If you want to go back, just click Ctrl Z, no, go back. If you don't like what you've done. Right, now I'm going to do a kind of inset of these ones here. Now instead of using the edge tool, I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to face. What I'm going to do is hold the tab key down. This will bring up this nice little selection rectangle, and I can just click and drag around like this. That's fine, and I've got the entire edges all selected. What I'm going to do now is go to what's called extrude. You can do Ctrl E if you like as well. So, and what this will do, it'll open up the extrude tool. Now this has got the same kind of gizmo we saw before, and if you click that one, it won't do much, but if you click the arrow and you can pull it down like this, what this will do is make a new set of polys just here, and you can change the thickness. The thickness is also just control of this here. Change the offset if you like, so I might just offset it a tiny bit just to give a bit more of an edge to it. And then I'm going to click away once I like it. And it's not bad, let's have a look. And that's fine. I might just tweak it a little bit, so I'm going to re-tab all these top ones. I'm going to come into the scale tool, I'm just going to scale it in every direction at the same time. So if I do that, it's just going to move them all together like that. Right click object mode, and then I'll deselect. What I do find a lot of people do when they want to make an object like this, they'll end up just grabbing the face and they'll hit the delete key and you'll end up with a shape like this. But what will happen is in the game, because this is what's known as a back face here, it's the back of a polygon. Now, a polygon can't be just a back unless you've got like two-sided rendering. It's not the right thing to do. So you need to make sure that you're constructing each thing as two-sided. So what I need to do is, if I want to do the inside of a can, I need to make sure I'm going all the way down like this. Say if I was making a cup or something like that. Ooh, just like that. Because what will happen in Game Engine is that this here will not be rendered. It won't draw the back of a polygon, it'll cut it off, and what you'll end up actually seeing in a game will be something like that. It'll just be empty space and it'll not look right. So you'll end up, say if you're making a cup like that, you'd end up with an object that looks actually like that in the Game Engine, which isn't what you want. So just bear that in mind. Don't try and delete things, take shortcuts. Also, another thing to remember as well is once you start having things like this and putting things in, it's going to start getting messy real soon. So you don't want to ever see this kind of black back facing on any of your models. It won't look right. If you do get to a point where, say, your model is just so like deformed and messed up and you got loads of lines and you don't know what to do, honestly 90% of the time it's just better to start again, especially on simple objects, because the amount of time you'll take to try and rebuild an object to get it correct and it'll look all messed up, it's best to just scrap it, start again. You'll probably learn a lot more along the way. So just if you ever get a model that's looking like that and it's looking like hell, just get rid of it and start again. What I'm going to do now is just have a quick tweak around all this can and see if I can get it looking a bit more kind of like a can does. So I'm just going to quickly have a go at that. So I'm just clicking on these edges, I'm just adding a bit more detail here and there. I'm trying to think like how this is going to look. You might notice you get this what's called faceting here, and it's where the polys don't shade correctly. So if you notice, they'll look a bit kind of janky. So what you can do to solve this is, if you right click, go to edge. I'm just going to select everything because it's easier for now. I've selected all of these edges together. I'm going to shift, right click. It opens another menu. I'm just going to go to soften and harden edges. I'm just going to go to soften edges. And then I'm going to do the same again because I'm just going to turn these to hard edge. Same for up here, hard edge again. And it'll just soften those up. What you're telling the computer to do is to shade all of these together. Okay, I'm just going to carry on doing this for a little bit. Just going to harden off that edge there so you get a nice clean bevel. I'm just going to go to the bottom. Do the same thing again. Again, just clicking these. What I'd do as well, if you say I would just want to select those, is just get your camera into a position where you can then just left click and drag across a bunch of different faces. That. shift right click, soften edge up, and you get a nice soft edge then. Now, what I might do is just stretch this out a bit, might just make it a bit different. I'm just trying to have a think here of what I'm going to do with the top. Now, I could try and model in the whole, you know, the hole here for the drink, you know, the whatever the thing's called, the peeling, I forgot the name, you know, the thing that opens the actual can up. But because this actual object's only going to be quite small in a game, it's only going to be about, say, relative to the player, like that big. So say the player's like where the player's perspective, where I'm going to be looking at that big. It doesn't really make sense, but we're going to model all the intricacy of that can. We might if we were like just wanted to make a object that we were showing off, say we wanted to show some skills off or something like that. But for the time being, I don't think it's really worth it. Same with the bottom, might not do that for now. And I might come back later and just do what's called and put a texture on top of it like that, and just think about what that's going to look like there. Okay. I think for what it needs to be, that's okay for now. Yeah, I think that should be fine for now. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there, a bit of poly modeling. I'm going to move on to part 2.